Hey guys, what is going on? It's Fleck here, and in this video we're going to be talking about image resolution and pixels in photos. Okay, so before we start, make sure you hit the subscribe button and you hit the bell icon to get notified whenever I upload a new video. And don't forget also to like the video, give it a subscribe, because you know I didn't have to do all this. It's a free course on YouTube, and we're talking about almost everything in this amazing software. So yeah, please consider subscribing and giving me a like, thumbs up, maybe a share with your friends if you know anybody that wants help in this great software. Also, I have a very nice video talking about saving in the highest quality possible, and why does your photos look bad after saving or uploading it to social media, or you know, printing, or even printing. After printing it looks bad or something, or pixels, as you guys can see. So I have a video talking about this topic exactly, and I will put this video on the iCard so you guys can check it whenever you want. So also consider watching this video after you watch the video that you are watching now. So yeah, and okay, so without any further ado, let's start.
Audio Jungle.
So any image you guys see in Photoshop or in anywhere contains and consists of pixels, as you guys can see. Pixels are like these small squares. When you zoom into the photo, I'm here at 4700 zoom, you can actually see the pixels in the photo. Each of these pixels, when combined together, will give you the final image that you have here. The more pixels you have, the more details your photo will have, and the more high quality the photo, your photo and designs will be. So the lesson we're going to learn today is always work with high resolution photos and high resolution photos. High resolution photos means that it has more PPI. I remember when we talked in the first lesson about the PPI, which is pixels per inch. As you guys can see that this photo is 782. Let's just set it to 300 for the sake of the video, okay? And I'll set this resample to automatic. Okay, so the image itself was 300. I just edited it before I start this video. So we're gonna just start and talk, and just for a second forget that it was 72. Okay, so as you guys can see, this is an HD photo, a full HD photo, 1920 by 1080, and at a 300 pixels per inch. Okay, what does that mean? As you guys can see, let's go to the other window here. This means is if I take an inch from this photo, as you guys can see, this is 1 inch. If I take this inch and I go print it somewhere, this 1 inch will contain 300 pixels per this inch, per inch. Okay, so this inch will contain 300 pixels per inch. And if I take part of these photos and I change the pixel per inch from 300 to 50, as you guys can see, this 1 inch will only contain 50 pixel per inch. So that's what it all talks about, and that's what I want to describe exactly. So if you go here and you try to resize your image, if I want to resize, let's not say resize for now. I want to decrease that without resampling it. Okay, we will see how the print goes. Okay, so here, as you guys can see, if I reduce the resolution of it, it gets bigger. The image gets bigger. Okay, so if you want to see how will this image look after printing, you'll go to View, Print Size, and it will give you a and it will actually show how it will look after being printed. So if I go back and change this to 300 pixels per inch, you will see that the image will get smaller. If I go again to View, Print Size, you'll see that it gets smaller when I increase the pixels per inch. So always remember to work with high resolution pixels. I mean high resolution images, because actually these photos will reduce, because if you change the size, if you want to resize your image and change the pixels you have per each inch, as you guys can see, without resampling it, the image will go bigger if you reduce it, and if you increase it, the image will go smaller. Okay, if you choose resample, it will actually start adding pixels for you. Photoshop will start adding pixels for you, and notice when I increase the resolution here, the image will remain its same size, but it will increase the pixels, as you guys can see here. Let's go back to 300. As you guys can see, it was 1920 by 1080. After increasing the resolution, it turned from 1920 to 3200 pixels by 1800 pixels. So it has increased pixels and it has generated pixels for you, but at the same time you can see that the photo has been changed to a blurry photo. You see that it has some blurry areas here. But how can we solve that? Photoshop made a great thing in Photoshop 2019, which is preserve details for enlargement, or preserve details 2.0. okay, what will this do? It will, as you can see, after I change it to preserve details, the blurry areas has gone, and it actually got bigger without any loss, any quality loss, as you guys can see. If I go back to automatic, you'll see that it has this blurry thing. Okay, so let's, for example, increase the resolution to 800, for example, and notice that it has some blurry areas. Go to preserve details, boom, amazing quality with no anything. Look at that quality. I'll keep zooming in, keep zooming in. As you guys can see, bigger resolution, no quality loss, and everything works perfectly. So that's how's it, guys. If you have any low resolution picture, you can always go to preserve details, increase the pixels for the image, and Photoshop will make it for you, and you will have no quality loss at all. So thank you guys so much for watching, and see you in the next video.